process high-quality Angus cattle. Please welcome our speaker, Mark McCully.
Thank you, and like Michael, it's a real privilege really to be in front of this group. We too are celebrating an anniversary this year. It's our 40th anniversary of Certified Angus Beef, and I think the wonderful thing about anniversaries is that I know it creates you, it forces you to sometimes stop and pause and look back and celebrate some heritage and celebrate some success in this fast-paced world that we live in, where we're on to the next thing all the time. I think anniversaries are awesome. And congratulations on this organization on 50 years, and again, a privilege really to be a part of today's program. Just a real quick background from my vantage point of Certified Angus Beef. We've been, as I said, been around since 1978. Need to understand every speaker's bias. This is my bias. This is where I've been for the last 18 years, in the world that I tend to live in each and every day. We, as many of you understand, we're a not-for-profit arm of the American Angus Association. We own that trademark. It's the only thing we own. We have set specifications around that trademark that license out to packers and processors that around the world. And the last few years, we've exceeded that 1 billion pounds in Certified Angus Beef brand sales. Again, the way our program works is the packer pays a commission into our organization. We reinvest those dollars in brand marketing efforts across every sector of the supply chain, specifically focusing on food service and retail. This year, we'll certify over 5 million head of cattle in the brand here in North America. That represents about 16 to 18% of the fed cattle mix today. So again, a program that's really grown here over the last few years. Maybe the statistic up there I'm most proud of is again, we exist as a mission to increase the demand for registered Angus cattle, and that happens when you create pull-through demand that manifests itself in grid premiums. This year, packers reported $75 million paid back to the cattle owners on grid premiums specifically for CAB. So with that bias and in full disclosure, that's the perspective and vantage point we look at. So when I was asked to take on this topic of a quality focus, quality can have obviously a pretty broad definition as we think about it. It can include color, it can include freshness. We talk about beef quality assurance, which is obviously very broad in terms of range and scope. I think for the sake of this discussion, I think the focal point that I was asked to cover really being synonymous with quality grading, right? And that being what does our quality grading system today has been around since the early 1900s. It's largely driven off of marbling. It's based on maturity as well. So for those of you that remember your meat science classes and meat judging, but it's largely determined by marbling. And so that's, again, when I speak of quality, kind of just square that term up a little bit, specifically talking about quality grading, specifically talking about marbling. I know sometimes we want to debate how good of a system quality grading is. I think it's served us really pretty well over the years. I think it does a really pretty solid job of predicting consumer eating satisfaction. This is some data that was done here right in Fort Collins. Dr. Tatum and his group here fairly recently, again, looking at the quality grades, the marbling scores, and how good of a job they do in predicting eating satisfaction, consumer satisfaction. And they do a pretty good job. They're not perfect, right? But they do a pretty good job. And I think something interesting that we noted, when we think about consumer satisfaction, there's really 3 components of palatability. We think about tenderness, we think about flavor, we think about juiciness. We've made a lot of improvements in this industry in tenderness. Our national tenderness surveys and a lot of the work that we see out there, we've made some significant improvements in tenderness. We've done that through genetics. I think we've done that through understanding growth technologies and using them more effectively. I think we've done a lot of things in postmortem from a standpoint of there's some packers today that are doing some pretty innovative things in improving tenderness postmortem. There's also, I think we're doing a better job, specifically in the food service industry, with aging, which we know obviously improves tenderness. And we've also done a much, much better job in merchandising cuts in a way that maximizes their tenderness. The top sirloin is the most variable cut out there. It's the one that gets picked on a lot. You don't find many full-cut top sirloins in the meat case anymore. We merchandise that different because those muscles and those fibers run different directions. And we're just doing a lot better job. And my point being is we've made a lot of improvement in tenderness. to where I believe and we tend to see that marbling today and its impact on flavor and juiciness are a bigger driver in the overall consumer satisfaction and palatability today than maybe what they were 10 or 15 years ago. You guys understand this, and I used Angus data, but you guys understand from a genetic standpoint, we can make genetic progress in marbling, and even though we have some antagonisms with muscling, using the tools that you guys understand better than I, we can simultaneously make selection and make improvement in ribeye. And breeders have been doing this for some time across this country, and I think again a compliment to this organization for helping and developing those tools and moving that effort forward. The result is, as you guys have been well publicized, our quality grade improvement as an industry has changed pretty drastically and has accelerated pretty drastically here in the last 10 years in particular. This is a look back from 1996. The percent of fed cattle are grading choice and prime. If you look at where we were just at the end of last calendar year, we were pushing close to 80% choice and prime as an industry, right? And we understand the reasons behind that. Obviously, genetics play an enormous role in that. That we've put more selection pressure on marbling specifically. Michael just got done very well explaining the feeding economics that has pushed dates on feed and extended our feeding period to where obviously that's expressing itself, and we're maximizing the grade of these cattle. And obviously, another big factor is the improvement in grading technology and vision grading, and I think we're doing just a better job of more accurately calling the grade that's out there. But in particular, in the last 10 years, we've seen a significant increase in percent choice and percent prime. I threw the steer high carcass weight trend line up there again, as Michael talked about what that has been, because I hear sometimes the improvement in quality simply been a function of increased carcass weights. We've been increasing carcass weights for a long time, and for a long time we were not seeing improvement in quality grade. But I think, again, looking back just here over the last 10 years, we've seen a definite change in that regard. From a certified Angus beef standpoint, and again, from our vantage point, we talk about our acceptance rate, and that's just the percent of the Angus type cattle that get identified that meet all of our 10 carcass specifications. Marbling and modest degree of marbling is the number one specification that knocks cattle out of the brand. So this in no surprise, mirrors the improvement that we've seen out there in quality grade as well. And those percentages are all well and good, but what I find most fascinating is when we sit down and put this actually on a tonnage standpoint and look at the marketplace, how the marketplace has changed in terms of the pounds of product that we put out there and how that has shifted by grade over the last handful of years. Okay, so what I've got here is estimated weekly production, okay? So in 2010, we were on average producing 13 million pounds of prime, this is on a carcass weight basis. That was in 2010. Last year, that was over 25 million pounds a week. Basically, right, we've basically doubled the amount of prime carcass production that we've put onto the marketplace. Okay? Premium choice, we've put another 37.2 million pounds a week in premium choice, so modest and higher marbling carcasses. Out there in the marketplace are about a 73% improvement or increase. And then down, so where does the shift occur? Well, obviously it's occurred down in select. We're putting 50 million pounds a week less of select carcasses out into the marketplace, and almost a 40% change just in 7 or 8 years. Okay, a tremendous and dramatic shift in the marketplace. And I set all this up because I think, to me, I didn't know my assignment was to project 50 years, okay? I wouldn't have taken the job if I thought it was 50-year projection, okay? But to me, it's understanding the trends and what's going on today. I want to get into this marketplace and what's going on with the economics and how the beef is moving, okay? Because I think that gives us an indication of what we need to be thinking about potentially long term. This is just, again, those last numbers were on a carcass weight basis. This is on, you can look at this a lot of different ways. This is on a percent of box beef sales by grade. A couple of years ago, the lines between select and prime and branded intersected. Okay, today we sell more boxes of prime and branded beef than we do select. I'm not sure if we stood up here 10 years ago and said that that was going to occur, that there were many in this group that would believe that. I sure wouldn't have myself. Okay, so we again a tremendous shift in the overall marketplace. So that's been the production side of this. Let's look at the economic side of it. And I think, to me, the best indicator of demand as it relates to the different quality grades is to look at the spread that exists between the cutouts. Okay, we talk about the choice select spread all the time, and you have to understand, to me, and understand what's going on in that beef trade marketplace to understand what the demand outlook looks like. Okay, so when you look at the cutouts, and so for those of you that don't work in this world every day, the cutout is simply the pieces and parts that get sold by the packer are rolled up into a carcass value. Okay, they're weighted based on their contribution to the value of the carcass, and that number is published. That's the cutout, right? So when you compare the cutout of prime to CAB to branded, which that's a USDA through mandatory price reporting, that's all certified branded programs, low choice and upper 2/3 choice. Then choice, which I would tell you today is largely low choice. Okay, think about what's going on in these packing plants today. All of the growth that's occurred in the upper 2/3 choice arena, programs like ours and many others that are out there that are taking all the upper 2/3 choice product out and selling it under branded, or in our case under CAB. What's left in that choice box is low choice. Okay, specifically in the middle meats. If you're buying commodity choice middle meats and expecting to find moderate or modest marbling in it, it's probably not going to happen. Okay, so just to give you some insight of how that beef trade is looking like, and then the select cutout. And the spreads there, so roughly a $40 spread in cutout last year between select and prime. Okay? So I think then you look at this from a historical standpoint. This is the combined choice and select plus the prime and choice spreads. Okay? So you can see what that's done, and we've seen a little bit of up and down here over the last handful of years. But generally, those spreads have stayed pretty strong. Now, remember what we talked about, though, what production has done. Okay, in particular, in the last 3 years, 3 to 4 years, we've increased our weekly production of choice and prime by over 20%. And in that same time period, we've seen our spreads stay pretty strong, haven't we? Okay? To me, that is an incredible indication of the demand that's out there when we look at this quality marketplace. It's an adjusted marketplace out there today that is definitely sending a signal to produce more on the quality front. From a CAB standpoint, we've seen the same thing. The gold bars there represent the cutout spread. That's a CAB over choice spread. Okay, so that's the wholesale value advantage to a packer when that carcass is in CAB over whether it's in choice. And at the same time as we've increased sales. We've put almost twice as much product out there in sales, and we've increased the spread at the same time. Okay? That tells me we've got a pretty strong demand signal going in this quality arena. We look at grid premiums, and again, you guys understand these, kind of how grids are then built. It's a reflection of the cutout spreads, and those come back into the grids that are offered by packers and how they buy cattle with the cattle feeder. Usually select is represented here as a discount, and grids choice being the base, of course. So I've got it represented as a discount. But that just kind of shows you historically, again, what those spreads have continued to do over time. We continue to see a pretty strong prime and CAB and choice spreads out there in the overall marketplace. In light of this incredible increase in choice and prime production that our marketplace has seen. I think also interesting is to look at the yield grade, how the grids have been built for yield grade. And I find this to be as much of a quality signal at times as it is anything. When you look at the decrease in yield grade 4s and 5 discounts. And why have those occurred? Packers wanted to stay more competitive on high-grading cattle, and they've done that largely by incentivizing through premiums on quality, but they've also done that by decreasing their yield grade 4 and 5 discounts. Many packers today would have an allowance, right? They would allow the first 10% of yield grade 4s and 5s before discounts even apply. So there's been a very strong signal being sent to maximize these cattle from an overall grading potential. So then, if that's the meat side of things, and if that's the demand side of things, then obviously we have a discussion now around what's the cost, right? And that, I think, is what's the really important discussion for us to have and for us to understand. And again, are so appreciative of Five Rivers Cattle Feeding. I know some of the guys, Luke and maybe Brandy, are in the audience, and they're going to host you guys on a Saturday out at their coon yard. They shared some data here recently with us, an analysis that they did, and went in and looked at their high grading pens of cattle compared to their low grading pens of cattle. And the way they did that is they went in and looked at percent prime. Okay, they used percent prime as the measure of what high grading cattle are. They went with a half a standard deviation to the right and drew a line, half a standard deviation to the left, drew a line, and compared those two groups. Okay, high grading versus low grading. So to give you some idea, the high grading cattle, and we're looking at roughly 600 pens of cattle. These were steers only, conventionally raised, average placement 8-weight steers, June through October last year closeouts. Okay, so took some seasonal effect out of there. Again, a great set of data to look at. Those high grading cattle were 10% prime. Okay, the low grading cattle were 0.6% prime. High grading cattle were almost 45% CAB. Now their 45% is of all cattle. We calculate our acceptance on the percent of Angus type cattle. Theirs is of all cattle. Okay, so these are really high grading. These are really high grading cattle. Okay. When you start looking at their performance, then what they did is they analyzed the performance of those pens of cattle, broke it out that way. And what we found was they found really no difference when you looked at those cattle's performance, when you looked at their cattle's conversion, and when you looked at their cost of gain. Okay? And I tend to hear that a lot, that well, these high grading cattle, you're going to have to sacrifice an awful lot of performance, you're going to have to sacrifice efficiency. This data and a lot of data we see every day would definitely dispel that idea. So again, a very, very positive message for us as an industry. As we increase the quality of our product, we can do it with efficiency. And then the other side of this is the cow side, of course, right? And again, I think probably an area, in my opinion, we need to understand better. We need to understand better what is the impact. I had someone ask me last night, is marbling a free trait? Is there any downside to selection for marbling? You know, the data that honestly that's out there, okay, is from a cow function standpoint, from a cow cost standpoint, that we're really in a pretty good spot, aren't we? There's some positive correlations with marbling and milk production, so we need to be mindful of that. But of course, we have tools in our arsenal and in our toolbox as cattle breeders to bend those curves. But otherwise, again, I think a pretty positive story for us as an industry, that there's not going to be a sacrifice of cow function in pursuit of improving the quality of our end product. So looking forward then, and what I guess as we see this quality focus, right? What does forward looking? What's in the crystal ball, I suppose? And I think I pulled out a handful of ideas and maybe things to think about and consider that I think are all very, very supportive of this path and this trend that we're on for increasing quality and increased demand for quality beef. One of them is a little different, and it's around the idea of high grading cattle or cattle with high marbling potential, having some risk management features to them to the cattle feeders. Some market flexibility. Okay, if you're trying to get some cattle to market in that pre-Father's Day window, the window we just came out of, that seasonally we're always going to have a big choice select spread. Okay, some abilities to, and I've had cattle feeders tell me that and talk about that benefit and how they think about it. You know, we've been dealing with low feed costs for the last handful of years for sure, right? But thinking about long term, if we get into a time where we need to really shorten days on feed, and the economics dictate that we need to shorten days on feed, that we'll be able to keep a high quality product out ultimately to our consumers while dealing with that. Some other things that I think are pretty significant trends, and more on the meat side, more on the product side of this, is these supplies that that we've come through and that we've generated has opened doors, candidly, that weren't open to us before as an industry. Today we have Costco, and for years they've been selling prime beef. Walmart, as many of you know, has moved into an upper two-thirds choice program years ago, and recently changed to an upper two-thirds Angus program, again, here more recently. We have retailers on our side of things that are able to get out and be more aggressive with ad features, knowing that when they step out in the market, and again, if you know how a retailer thinks, if they're going to take a position and buy a lot of product for a hot ad feature, as they would say, they don't want to move the market, right? And these large supplies have allowed these programs and these companies to step out and get very aggressive promoting high quality. We've had retailers that were traditionally a select retailer move up to be a choice retailer. Choice retailers moved up to be a premium choice. Premium choice moving up to prime. We've had a very significant shift in the marketplace out there for those that are selling our product, and I don't get the sense that they want to go backwards. Okay? We've got a customer base today now that's gotten pretty accustomed to a pretty high quality product mix that we put out there. So I think that's obviously very supportive for the long term. This whole ground beef category continues to be pretty fascinating. And I would tell you it's no longer quality grade neutral. We have we'll sell over 100 million pounds of certified Angus beef ground beef. Many of the other premium branded programs do the exact same thing. It's a significant part of their business. I show this picture up there of USDA prime wet age. That's a little bit ridiculous when we're talking about ground beef. Marketers do a lot of things, but I thought it was funny to put up there. But we see both of these products are prime burgers that are in the marketplace today. The growth in the Wagyu, and it's that whole burger category is significantly different than it was 5 and 10 years ago. And to differentiate yourself in that very, very crowded marketplace, the retailers and food service operators are doing that with quality, and specifically quality grades. So I think that's a demand driver, and I think it's what's keeping our spreads, a very, very significant part of what's keeping our spreads pretty tight or pretty wide here over the last few years. Another idea that I will throw out to you, and that I think has become, I think this has become a pretty big deal. And from our vantage point, and as I talk to other merchandisers and talk to food service, you know, you think about where we've put the value of marbling in the past. It's largely been on the middle meats. Middle meats being the rib and the loin, right? Those cuts that we put on a grill, direct heat. We need that extra marbling, right? Think about how we've added value to the carcass over the last number of years. What have we done? We've went through the great work of the checkoff and NCBA. We've identified new muscles. I always laugh at that. They're really not new, right? They've been there. We always have folks come into our culinary center and say, "Tell me about the new muscle." There are no new muscles, right? We're going to fabricate them a little bit differently. But the need for steak items, right? We have, as you guys understand, our consumers today, they don't pull out the crock pots like we did and we still do, right? We want things that are quick, that can go on the grill. And that lends itself to steak items. The more of the carcass that we merchandise in the steak item and away from a low and slow kind of cookery method, marbling has obviously a bigger benefit today on those items. And so I think that's a really important fact to understand. It's something that we study an awful lot, and we see it as you compare. I showed you what last year, if you look at the CAB premiums over choice, it's not just on the middle meats. That's not just what's dry. There's premiums there, okay? And actually, loin, it came off last year because the year before that, we were at about a 15% premium. We see these premiums move a little bit, but we continue to see the chuck, the round, the thin meats, brisket. You know, briskets, prime and CAB briskets used to be a discount to choice and select briskets. Today they're a significant premium, okay? And again, so it's a changing marketplace out there that is asking for quality, and we don't really see that reversing. And then, of course, when we think about the importance of our global markets and who some of our most significant trading partners are, you know, the type of beef that they're accustomed to, right? The type of beef and their cookery methods. I showed, Japanese here. They don't sit down with a 14-ounce New York strip, right? They sit down with much smaller portion sizes and much different cookery methods. But they understand the value of marbling specifically. And I think for us, as we think about us being North America specifically, when we think about our global competitiveness, right, our advantage is high quality, grain-fed, carbohydrate, energy-dense diet-fed beef. And I think that's something that we definitely, right this year, international is the largest component of our growth right now as a brand. All categories are growing, but international is growing significantly. We also understand we're typically a tweet away from some of these markets going away, but we're going to stay pretty bullish on what that's going to look like. So for this group, I thought it might be kind of fun to talk about targets, right? And what should we be thinking about, and what should we be shooting for as we think about genetically designing these cattle? And so I just throw up some thoughts and some ideas, as much to stimulate discussion in the hallways as anything. But I throw where we're at today on the left side here, and then we're running year to date, 2018, we're running 7.6% prime. Okay, we're running 23% of all cattle are falling into upper two-thirds choice, 17% select. When the National Beef Quality Audit in 2016 was released, and part of you guys understand in the Beef Quality Audit, they survey and do a great job of asking industry stakeholders what these targets should be. And that group collectively came out with a target of 5% prime, 35% upper two-thirds choice, 35% low choice, and 25% prime, or select, excuse me. Okay? I'd throw out maybe, is that too low? Okay, when we think about our competitive advantage, what we can do with genetics today, maybe what the demand signals are what I believe they're telling us as it relates to the demand and the future demand for high quality beef, maybe we need to ratchet those up a little bit. So I throw that out there as much as anything, just to stimulate some ideas and some conversations and likely some criticisms. So just kind of wrap it up, I guess a handful of points that in my mind as we think about this quality focus. I truly believe, and I think I have a hard time finding a business model that doesn't say if you increase the quality of your product, you're going to increase the demand, right? Now, we've got to keep costs in mind, but if we look at beef demand today, I think largely we can attribute much of that to the better product we put out in front of our consumers. And I think that's a huge congratulations to this group and to our overall beef community. I think if we look at what's going on and the trends that we've seen and this dramatic improvement in grade, I would say it's been very, very intentional. And I think it's been very much in response to the signals that have been sent within the marketplace. The spreads that are out there, the way the grids are built, okay, the marketplace has said produce more quality, and producers have responded to that. And again, in kind of amazing fashion, in my opinion. I think when we look at this drastic improvement in production, the fact that the spreads have not compressed or gone to zero is to me an incredibly strong signal that the demand out there for the product that we're producing and the high end of our product that we're producing is strong and will continue to be strong. I outlined some ideas in terms of the way we're merchandising beef today and more steak items, our growing export markets and the importance of those export markets. I think there's an awful lot of supporting factors out there that are going to continue us down this path. And I think the good news in all of this, okay, and I think sometimes we get into these discussions around is it quality or is it cutability or is it internal function or is it growth? The answer is we understand it's yes, right? I think we're in an incredibly great situation here today where we have the tools available to us in this beef industry to make our product better, all the while improving maternal function, improving the efficiency of our product. And so I think that's to me that's something to celebrate and something that I know we as a brand are pretty excited about. So with that, again, I appreciate the time to share some thoughts and ideas, and I'll look forward